Okay, continuing on with Reagan economics. 1981 to 1982, unemployment was going to hit 10%. There was an increase in defense spending that had a tight money policy. Claimed his programs just needed more time. With his optimism, it would pay off. 1983 started the economic recovery period with a final 10% tax cut. It also saw a rise in consumer spending. Long depressed auto industry saw improvements, plus the addition of Japan's voluntary car quotas. People went into a buying spree with the help of installment debt. Prices are going to stay pretty level. Cost of living goes down. Interest rates are going down. There's a worldwide decline in energy prices. Reagan administration is able to take credit for solving the problems left from Carter and the Democrats. There was a growing deficit. Massive deficit spending during Reagan. Deficit spending had reached $207 billion, triple the pre-Reagan deficit, and spending on unemployment insurance, social programs. So he's going to encourage a massive inflow of foreign investment. Able to keep interest rates pretty level at that point. 1983, the budget deficit is at $200 billion. Began to lower it into spending cuts, putting on ceilings on the budgets. Capped the defense spending and services. Had gone from less than 200 to almost 300 billion in 3 years, so it was frozen for the rest of the decade, hoping to give up hope on comprehensive health care plans. And by 1985, the U.S. had become a debtor nation. American goods were too expensive in foreign markets. Our exports were going down as Japan was dominating the electronic industry with TVs, VCRs, and foreign countries were also investing heavily in America at this point. So kind of an overview of deficits at that point. During the time of Reaganomics, the rich get richer. Inflation was reduced to about 4%. It's going to went from double digits to 4 for the rest of the decade, 1982. Employment is going to increase. 19 million more were working, although blue-collar jobs were still decreasing. Have more accountants, technicians, lawyers. Those different jobs were on the growth plan. Growth in different service sector jobs, financial, transportation, healthcare, were also seen. Losses of Reaganomics came with high-paying manufacturing jobs. Were on the decline, went from making $20 an hour to minimum wage. We saw an increase in social inequality. Wealthy are going to get most of the benefit of Reaganomics. The poor were left in poverty, and the middle class was also hurt. Okay, the perception of the improving economy was, he appeared to have delivered on his promise to stem inflation and revive the economy, but there was a growing gap between the rich and the poor, and recovery led to 16 million new jobs. Unemployment dropped under 6%. Inflation was low. Median income was moving upward. So overall, things appeared to be going very well. 1984 election. Walter Mondale ran with Geraldine Ferraro, female congresswoman from New York, and Reagan, with personal incomes rising and unemployment shrinking, pulled out most of the votes. He won 525 votes to 13. He had the South and the West, and had pulled Democratic Northeast and swing votes in the Midwest. Republicans do lose their seats in Congress. Democrats had the majority in the House, and they will lose 2 seats in the Senate, holding on to a very narrow majority. So there's the map of the election.